When we talk about HIV and AIDS, it's very easy to see it as statistics, and statistics are important. Right now, there are 33 million people living with HIV and AIDS around the world. Already, over 25 million people have already died. That's a big number. And because of that, we have 15 million children who have been orphaned. And that's the key about HIV. We need to see the people living with HIV. We need to go beyond numbers and statistics and say, these are people, these could be my friends, that is my friend, that could have been my sister, that could have been my brother. To put a face to HIV and AIDS, if we're going to break down the stigma, if we are going to make a difference, because history will ask us, what did you do when HIV and AIDS was around? When I found out that I was HIV positive, it was almost a miracle because here I was told you have HIV and AIDS, and I felt like a light just come through my heart. It was almost like a ray of light hit in my heart straight like from the wall, and there was this light coming in. Jesus, you're my strong foundation. Right there and then, I felt this unexplainable joy, and I knew it from there that I will use my life, I'll dedicate my life to becoming a voice for those affected and infected with HIV and AIDS. My husband wasn't unique in a way. His whole idea was that don't talk about this, and if you do, I'll divorce you and you have no other life. You end up going to the village. Because at the time, many people, when they learned they were HIV positive, they didn't want to talk about it. It was a disease that was filled with shame. It is a disease that was filled with much stigma and discrimination. And being an African man and a husband, he was within his rights culturally to ask of me to submit to him. But I thought to myself, if this is what submission is all about, if this is what being a good Christian is all about, I don't want to be part of that, because I felt we as believers, we as human beings, we have a responsibility to talk about this issue of HIV and AIDS, which not only took my mother and father, it took my sister, it took my brother, but it was affecting many people in the community. And the only way we can overcome it, I would say, is to break the silence and the stigma that is attached to it. So imagine all this going on in my life, and yet I've committed myself to go back the next week on the radio. Not even knowing where I was going to come from.
Willy, 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 don't be silly, HIV and AIDS is real. Amaka Willy, don't be silly, HIV and
I wanted people to know about HIV and AIDS. So early in 1998, I had all these ideas. And for me, it was agent. I was told I would only live for 6 months. I started a community school for orphans. Again, I thought, what name will I call it? Here was Fountain of Life. And I thought I'll only help 20 children. 60 children came. And the organization and the school continued to grow. Then I began to speak in Zambia. Almost all around Zambia, people wanted to have someone come and share her personal story. Part of it was training pastors to understand HIV and AIDS, training teachers. Also was just some days to go and be with young children in the community and tell them about the basics of HIV and AIDS. Hello and welcome to Positive Living Program. I am your host, Princess Kasune Zulu, with you in the studios today. We'll be talking about women and HIV and AIDS. Because of the overwhelming response in Zambia, they said she needed to have her own show. So that's how I started a radio program called Positive Living. Within a short period of time, it ended up being in 8 other languages. In 2004, I was invited to be part of the delegation that was meeting with President Bush. From that meeting, I got a kiss from both chicks, and because of my case being there and many other representatives, so that led into passing of the $15 billion bill, which has come to be known as the Global AIDS Fund or Presidential Fund called PEPFAR. Beyond HIV and AIDS, this book is about life. It is a journey. It is about faith. It is about positive living. It is about choosing what you're going to focus on. In each one of us, lies the ability to influence our world and make it a better place.